Hello, welcome to Hope for the Generations. I'm Danielle Snowden, and today I just wanted to share again another little devotional with you. Um, as I was dearly blessed again by another friend or someone who cares deeply for me, um, and just the words she said, I thought, hey, we all need to be like that. And when she asked a question to me about how my husband was as he's flying back from Africa, um, she asked that question, how is your husband doing? Is he okay? And that meant so much. And I thanked her for asking. Because when someone asks, how are you feeling? Or how was your trip? Tell me about it. Um, how is your children, your grandchildren, your work, or whatever it may be. Um, they're actually turning their focus on you, on me. And at first, sometimes I'm like, I feel a little uncomfortable, but then I hear their heart, and that is a blessing, isn't it? So, how did that make me feel? It made me feel cared for, loved, and that someone was interested in me. And the same thing, I'm sure you feel that way too. Um, it also made me, and you want to question that as well, is how often do I ask others, how are you today? Or how is your husband? And the such. Good challenge, I think. When people as a whole reach out in such a way, we see the creation power of God as hearts are connected to one another and a strong foundation is beginning to build a lasting relationship, friendship, or whatever it may be. I know the longer relationships I have with people are those that we've connected back and forth. I love it when I hear conversations in church or in my own home when people sit down and look at others in the eyes and say, hey, tell me about your life. What's going on? Tell me, how was this? Or how's your job? That blesses my heart when I see that. It increases the joy in the one asking and the one receiving. The questioner is totally focused off their self, right? And onto the questionee. It's a selfless act on their part, but quite empowering to both individuals. I was reading Forbes' study on this, and they said the type of person who asks caring questions are individuals who are better at building relationships. I want to be better at that, to build relationships. God created all of us with so many attributes and his vision for all of us to live out a beautiful and purposeful life, right? So, but he also created us to need people. We first and foremost need Jesus, who is the author and the finisher of our faith. And he often sends his love through his word and his Holy Spirit. And yes, people. God also created and ordained the church that what? Has many people. 1 Peter 4:9 through 10 talks about serving one another. It says, be hospitable to one another without complaint, just as each one of you has received a special gift. Employ it in serving one another with all your gifts and abilities in love. As we all ask, it builds trust and deepens our relationship with one another. It cultivates a deeper trust and a safe place for one another. I don't know about you, but I have my safe places I go to. First of all, to the Lord. but also then to my husband, my family, and to those special friends that I know are not judgy, but are listening to my heart. I found a safe place. It gives permission to share our heart passions, needs, and joys. I know as a missionary, honestly, there are some I can share. I know I could share how I feel about certain things that we see and deal with on the field, and our love and passion for those in Africa. And they dearly listen to us. You know, Jesus asked questions too. 25 times to be exact, and only 4 times he responded directly. He has displayed interest to have genuine conversation. He knew questions penetrate the heart, and they do. As we take our focus off ourselves and onto the lives of others, we display what Paul stressed in 1 Thessalonians. If some of you recall, bear one another's burdens, but also each other's joys too. Rejoice with those who rejoice and weep with those that weep. Isn't that cool? Far too often I see, even like on social media, it's wonderful to see people respond to if someone's going through something terrible or sickness. It's wonderful to see that, but I see less responses when people share like certain things that have happened. Not that they don't happen, but let's rejoice. Let's ask about, hey, how did it go when you did this or that? Or how's your job? Or, you know, how'd you do in your test or whatever? Let's rejoice. The best advice Paul, I believe, gave in this matter is in Philippians 2:4. Do not merely look out for your own personal interests, but also for the interest of others. Yeah. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. What a great challenge to all of us, huh? And then in turn for us to experience a beautiful opportunity to grow and be a blessing to others. Thank you.